This is going to be a super important week in Pokemon Go. We are going to be seeing the debut of Mega Metagross, and we're also going to be getting a Steel type event you do not want to miss out on. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video. Let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, we are going to be covering everything that's happening this week in Pokemon Go within this video, and I will say compared to previous weeks, this is going to be a pretty big one. On top of us getting a Steel type event, which is going to be featuring some really good Pokemon, we're also going to be getting a Mega Evolution Raid Day on this weekend that you absolutely cannot miss. The reason for that is because the featured Mega Evolution is going to be none other than Mega Metagross, and this is going to be one of the most powerful Mega Evolutions that you will ever have. Considering that there's not many options when it comes to Steel type Mega Evolutions, Mega Metagross is definitely going to be your best bet. And then on top of that, it's just going to be one of the best generalists in the game as well. This is definitely going to be one of the most important raid days that we will ever have, and we'll get more into it later. But first, let's go over all the details for the Steel Skyline event, because that's going to be an event that you absolutely won't want to miss. The Steel Skyline event is going to be happening on September 30th at 10 o'clock AM local time, and it's going to go for a week until October 7th at 8 o'clock PM local time. The featured Pokemon for this event is going to be Dynamax Duraludon, and it's going to be making its debut to this game. I really do think it's interesting that they're going to be debuting this Pokemon specifically through Dynamax battles. I do think there's going to be a lot of implications behind this one Pokemon. Now, during this event, we're going to see the following wild encounters. You're going to see Alolan Diglett, Magnemite, Grimer, Alolan Grimer, Porygon, Aeron, Bronzor, Trubbish, Clink, Axew, and Togedemaru, and as an uncommon spawn, you're going to see Galarian Meowth, Skarmory, and Mawile. Now the thing is, with this event, I think the wild encounters are actually really good this time around. There's some quite rare spawns that we haven't seen in a while, and some of these actually can be shiny. And on top of that, there's a lot of bonus Stardust Pokemon that are going to be available during this event, so this could potentially be a really good Stardust grind event. Specifically around Grimer and Trubbish, I think both of those are going to be high priorities, especially whenever you see them. Now, also during this event within Max Battles, we're going to see Dynamax Drillbur and Dynamax Rookidee in 1-star Max Battles, and you're also going to see Dynamax Beldum in 3-star Max Battles. And then in 4-star Max Battles, which is going to require quite a few trainers, you're going to see the new Pokemon Dynamax Duraludon. And there's also going to be a paid timed research during this event, which is going to cost $1.99 USD, or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of stuff related to Max Battles, specifically Max Particles, Stardust, and encounters with the new Pokemon Dynamax Duraludon. Alright, so like I mentioned, aside from this Steel Skyline event, we also have that Mega Metagross Raid Day, and like I said, you do not want to miss out on this one because Mega Metagross is going to be one of the best Mega Evolutions in the game once it comes out. So let's go over the details for this Raid Day. Mega Metagross Raid Day is going to be happening on October 4th from 2 o'clock PM to 5 o'clock PM local time. The featured Pokemon is, of course, going to be Mega Metagross, which is going to be making its debut through this Raid Day. You will finally be able to get the Mega Energy for this Mega Evolution, and it's only going to be from 2 o'clock PM to 5 o'clock PM on October 4th. Now, granted that this is a Raid Day, we're going to see the following event bonuses, and they're pretty typical for a Raid Day. You're going to get 5 additional Raid Passes when you spin Gym Photo Discs for a total of 6 free Raid Passes. You're going to have an increased chance of getting Shiny Metagross from Raid Encounters, and then the remote Raid Pass limit is going to be increased to 20. There's also going to be an event ticket which you could purchase within the Pokeshop or the web store, which is going to give you 8 additional raid passes from spinning Gym Photo Discs for a total of 14. You're going to get an increased chance to get Rare Candy XL, and then you're going to have 5,000 experience from raid battles and double the amount of Stardust. Alright, now let's switch up and talk about the weekly content, starting with Dynamax Battles. So, during this week, we're going to see Dynamax Beldum in Max Battles, and this is one of the better Dynamax Pokemon that you can get, so make sure you farm it up if you can. It's going to start appearing starting with tonight's Max Monday, which is going to be from 6 o'clock PM to 7 o'clock PM local time. Next up, let's talk about tomorrow's Spotlight Hour, which is going to be featuring the Pokemon Aaron, and it's going to have a 2x transfer candy bonus. Now, Aaron itself is not necessarily that exciting, but in terms of this bonus, it's actually a great way for you to get some legendary Pokemon candy. If you have a whole bunch stocked up in your Pokemon storage, then it's time for you to transfer them during this Spotlight Hour. You're going to get double the candy if you do. Now, when it comes to raiding content, we are of course going to continue to have Dialga in 5-star raids, but this Wednesday's raid hour is actually going to feature Origin Form Dialga. Just like last week, this is going to be a really important raid hour because you will want to see if you can get yourself a shiny or a high IV of an Origin Dialga with the Adventure Effect move Roar of Time. That's definitely going to be a high priority. Alright, and finally, let's talk about the Go Battle League. So these are the leagues that are going to be active during this week. Until this Tuesday, September 30th, we're going to have the Open Great League, Open Ultra League, as well as the Open Master League. And then after this Tuesday, from September 30th until October 7th, we're going to have the Great League along with the Fantasy Cup Great League Edition. Alright, there you go. This is going to be a packed week of some really solid content in Pokemon Go, and I really do think that for what it's worth, it's going to be exciting just because of Mega Metagross. That's just my own personal opinion. I really do like that we're finally getting this Mega Evolution in the game, and I think it's very fitting that it's going to be the last non-legendary Mega Evolution, at least until we get those new ones from Pokemon Legends ZA. But yeah, I do think this one is going to be really good, and it's definitely one you will want to farm up. And I really do think it's going to be one of those weekends where a lot of players are going to see a huge increase in their player power. And with that said, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding everything that's happening this week down below. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to? Are you really excited for Mega Metagross? Definitely share your thoughts in the comments and let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to every single one of my patrons on Patreon. You all make this channel content possible, and if you want to support the Jinsula channel, the best way you could do that is going to be by joining my Patreon. So when it comes to remote raids and the friendship system, different things like that, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon, because for all of my paid Patreon members, I personally add them to my friends list. So yeah, definitely go and check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see right now on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later.